Welcome everybody to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast. Merry Christmas, and in this video I'm going to give you my review for Hulu, now streaming on Hulu, Ooh. Yes, we got a lot of stuff to go over, so let's get straight into it. My goodness, I remember Hulu when it was first announced with the Alec Baldwin commercials, if you guys remember that, a long time ago, and it used to have that slime effect. So Hulu's been around for a good while. I was never really a big fan of Hulu. I never was really a big fan of, since I was young, watching old shows. Hulu was good for watching these old shows, these hits back in the day. And I remember they started to have like a beta for live shows or television, live news and whatnot. I think you could still do that on Hulu. For the most part, I only use Hulu I honestly don't. Hulu, man, Hulu really kicked off when they started to have Hulu originals, and the Hulu originals actually were really good. I think there was a show called Everything on Fire or something like that with Renee, what was her name? Renee Zellweger, or that one lady that does the face like this. So I'm sorry if I'm super vague. I'm just doing this. Like, I'm just actually going through the Hulu dashboard right now. Hulu though evolved over time, and then Disney, I think, owns Hulu, so Hulu does have a lot of Disney-esque stuff on it. It also is good for movies. At least they have The Creator. I mentioned that in my Disney Plus review. They have The Creator. That's a great movie, and also check that review that we did for that. That's amazing. Yeah, so I mean, Hulu, now that it's more modern, talking about the modern Hulu, they do have holiday events where they would have Hulu originals. So I remember for Halloween, they had some Hulu anthology series. I remember there was one of them with Caitlin Dever that she's in talks to play Abby in The Last of Us Part 2 or Season 2. Besides that, though, Hulu's really dry for me. I like their documentaries, some of them, albeit sometimes it's like really biased. I do like their documentaries whenever they come around, but it's just really, it's a dry spell for me. Hulu always has this dry spell that I feel like there's nothing really to watch now. If there's a Hulu original like The Bear or something, I'd go check it out. But now that's even on Disney Plus. So I don't really know what's the point of being subscribed to Hulu at this point if a lot of this stuff is on Disney Plus. But the Disney Plus dashboard for Hulu, it's like trying to fit this whole platform onto one single dashboard category on Disney Plus, and it's just really cumbersome. It's really complicated. I like this, at least it's more spread out. But yeah, I mean, you don't have much in terms of content. I mean, you have The Bear. You did have Prey. Prey at least was cool. I think Prey at the time was one of the first Hulu original movies to show up, if I'm not mistaken. And that really came to a shock to me, because it's like, wow, Prey, which is a Predator prequel, that IP just on Hulu, that's pretty impressive. And so that's cool. They don't have many of those, though, unfortunately. All they have is just like a lot of shows that, for me at least, it's like really misses instead of hits. I just am really not all too impressed with Hulu. And again, I mean, some of the stuff that's on Disney Plus now made it onto Hulu and vice versa. So it's like, I don't know, because the reason why I'm mentioning this is, who are you going to subscribe to? Otherwise, you'd be just wasting money. It's the same issue with Max and Discovery Plus. It's like, why not just subscribe to Max? You get more, right? Disney Plus, why don't you just subscribe to Disney Plus if you got some Hulu stuff? If you really care about the Hulu originals, then you'll just go to Disney Plus, I would assume. So, I mean, and they have like a good amount of movies on here, which is good, because back in the day, who the hell goes to Hulu for movies? But now it's almost like Netflix. You just go there. It's not a lot of Hulu original movies, but it's a lot of stuff that, you don't have to go scour the internet to find where this movie's at. You could just go look at Hulu. Like, for example, I wanted to watch Godzilla, the early 2000s one, and it was on Hulu. So, yeah, but besides that, I mean, Hulu is just really dry, man. It's super, super dry for me. And I don't see anybody really subscribing to Hulu anymore in the future, now that a lot of this shit's on Disney Plus. So that's just my overall thoughts about that. And it's unfortunate, but I don't know. I really don't know what else you could do with it. It just became, because at the time it was like, oh, Hulu television. Cool. Netflix, Orange is the New Black television. Oh, web series. But Hulu was like, let me get all your old shows on here and then you could check them out here. Cool. But I'm not into that. So if you're into that, you'll be into that niche, right? And you'll subscribe. Now Hulu, you could have Hulu. So they're doing this new thing with phone companies. And I think this is one of the first ones to do it. I remember back in the day with Sprint, they had, I think you could, well, Hulu back in the day was like $11 a month. And if you are with Sprint, you have this deal where you get Hulu for free. Though it's with ads, and most of the streaming services have ads now, which is pretty, that sucks ass. But I mean, from a business sense, I guess it makes sense. But for everybody else, it sucks because then you have to pay more. And so I'm paying for Hulu here, and it's just literally, I don't use it that much. The only thing I use mostly is Prime, which I'll do a review for that as well. So it's like, there's nothing really special about Hulu anymore. It doesn't have that specific category that you seek anymore. Rather, it has everything else that the other companies have. And so I think that's a big problem. Like, for example, Max is the same way. And Max even changed their branding to be blue, like the rest of all the other streaming services, which was stupid. They should have stayed to purple. But again, I'll talk about that a little bit later on. So my rating for Hulu, man, and I don't know if some of you guys are going to be mad. Let me know in the comments below, but I'm going to rate this streaming service a 4 out of 10 because I really don't use Hulu that much. I don't see a purpose for it, really. So yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments below, but that is my review for Hulu. If you guys agree with me, let me know. If you guys like this video, enjoyed it, please actually like this video to help your boy out. And also sub to the channel. We have so much content coming your way. The year is almost ending, so we have What If, and we also have these streaming reviews coming your way. So stay in tune for that. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much. And as always, see you guys.